Welcome back, guys. So this is 8 o'clock, 8:51 in the morning, and I've been trying to get back to sleep since about 6:30 in the morning. So I've been dealing with clinical insomnia for a couple of years now. It got better and then it got out of control worse. So I do have sleep apnea. So that is the latest Resomed sleep app machine. So a little while ago I did a video, I did a little video about sleep medication, and to this day I still get a lot of views on it and I still get a lot of people commenting on it, so I decided to kind of do a follow-up to that video. So before my sleep disorder started, I used to average about 7 hours a night of sleep, and then something happened that completely changed all that. So right now my average for the past few months is usually about 3 hours a night of sleep. I'm not sure where to be freaking looking still, doing these selfie videos with the screen facing, but I usually average about 3. If I'm lucky, I average 3 to 4 hours a night of sleep, and it happens quite often now where it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I wake up. I've tried taking medication for it. It doesn't really work, especially if you guys saw my DeviantArt lumbar accent video. I stopped taking them because it gives me out of control nightmares, and even if it's not a nightmare, it feels like a nightmare because how vivid it is and how intense my dreams feel. Sorry, my voice is very groggy. I can't do anything about this right now. It is what it is. A beautiful side effect of not sleeping. So how does it feel? So usually what happens is I'll wake up. If I'm lucky, I'll fall asleep within a few minutes. But if I don't fall asleep within those few minutes, the stress and anger starts building, and regardless if I do the breathing exercises that sometimes work, but more often than not they don't work. You breathe in for a few seconds, you hold it, and then you exhale. Sometimes that works, but not often. So then you have the situation where if I'm awake for a few minutes without being able to sleep, I'll start getting the stressful thoughts. And even if I try to distract myself by thinking about something else, eventually those thoughts creep in and you don't even notice it. What does a day-to-day feel like for a insomniac? So some exercises that you do is after like 20 minutes of failure to go back to sleep, you get out of bed and you do something else. And then you revisit going to sleep. That doesn't always work. So you get out of bed, and you're dealing with that fuzzy feeling in your head where it kind of feels like you're drunk because you seem completely out of sync, and you are out of sync. So there's days where the days feel very long, especially if you are dealing with multiple days without sleep, with like 2 or 3 hours of solid sleep. Your days feel like it's the same day and you have very, very little drive to do anything or want to do anything, including the things that you enjoy doing, and you start going crazy because you don't know what to do with yourself. And then there's the days where every few hours, you're gonna fall asleep. And I would love to say that those few hours are good because I get my sleep back and I feel rested, but I have broken sleep. So I'll fall asleep if I'm lucky, I'll fall asleep for an hour, but it's usually 20-30 minutes. I'll fall asleep and then I wake up and I feel just as groggy and just as bad. Your focus is very much affected. Your memory is very much affected. Your mood is very much affected. You're easily upset. You're easy extremely easily irritated, and you have a hard time sometimes interpreting what people are trying to tell you. So your judgment is also very much thrown off. You feel more depressed than you usually do as well when you have these long days of dealings. Your memory, especially your short-term memory, is greatly impacted. Sometimes, good example, if I'm trying to distract myself by playing a video game, let's say, and I turn around in the game and I feel completely lost. I'm like, shit, where did I come from? Where am I supposed to go? So I'll pause the game and I'll look at the map. I'm like, okay, this is where I am and this is where I need to go. So I exit out of the map and I instantly forget whatever I was looking at the map, and I'll have to reopen the map over and over and over if I don't have an overlay in front of me. Sometimes I'll ask a question. And the worst is 10 minutes later, I'll ask that same question to whoever I asked that question to. And they're like, Mike, you just asked me that question. And that's humiliating and embarrassing. So I have the sleep app machine. I don't use it as often as I'm supposed to use it, and the reason why is because I have somewhat claustrophobia, and having that mask over my face is extremely uncomfortable, and it adds to my stress. And if I wake up with it, I can't fall back asleep with it. I actually have to take it off in order for me to relax and go back to sleep. When it works, I can get 6 hours of sleep. But if I wake up, that's it. It's over. If I take melatonin, it helps me fall asleep. It helps me fall asleep, but the problem is staying asleep. I feel like I'm rambling. So yeah, this is pretty much the stuff that I'm dealing with my prolonged insomnia. So if you guys are going through insomnia, know that you're not alone. There's a lot of people going through this. And hopefully that you can find some comfort in this. So I appreciate you guys giving me a few minutes of your time today. I'm going to attempt to go back to sleep again and see how that works. Alright, GigaVega out. Later.